Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, taking flight in the WizzAir A320neo again, and taking us on flights here from Vienna to Bucharest. So, flight time today, about an hour and a half, and well, a few storms here and there for us to manoeuvre around today, but ultimately, should be a decent enough flight. So, jump in the cockpit, prepare ourselves for our trip today, and then we shall see how things see how things end up really. So, jump in the cockpit, let's prepare our trip for today. First things first, batteries come on, set the navigation to align, adjust the temperature, stick them towards the centre. Okay, route supply active, arm the emergency lights, automatic, no smoking, and that should do us to the overhead. Not yet, sorry. Navigation lights on, strobes automatic. Down here, we will turn up the brightness for the displays. Before I do that, sorry, so we turn on the external power. That would probably be helpful. There we go. Alright, turn up the brightness of all of them slightly. There we go, self-test complete, aircraft coming to life. Should be a decent trip today. Should be a more than simple flight today. So, there's the cargo completes. We'll start the initial process of the FMS, and then we shall board the passengers. We have also got active ATC today, so we have got a Vienna Tower on right now, and therefore we'll almost certainly be speaking to them to get our clearance to Bucharest. New sound is part of the A320neo. The PACX display is, well, PACX. Right, so, initialization, departing from Lima, Oscar, Whiskey Whiskey, on a flight to Lima, Romeo, Oscar, Papa. Plug this in, return. Flight number today is going to be Whiskey 6 3054. Plug that in. Cost next, according to flight plan, is 5. And now cruising altitude flight level 370. IRS initialization, line on reference, confirm align. So yeah, the IRS now starts to align, that's all fine. Let's load up fuel into the aircraft and let us go start the calculations. So 14,831 today. 14,831. That'll do. So 048, so it's 50.2 stroke 21.1. Whoops. And our block fuel on board is 6.7. Sorry, more like 6.8 if we round it up. Plug this in. Fuel prediction completes. IRS is aligning. Head to the flight plan page. But before we do that, let's board our passengers. So, start of flights. That's our info there. So, departing from Vienna, arriving at Bucharest. We're Whiskey 6 3054, cruising at 370, 1 hour and 10 minutes flight. Departure in about 19 minutes by the time we finish this. Flying an A320neo today with 173 people on board. We don't have Wi-Fi, don't have entertainment, so we don't have boarding music, last time I checked. We don't. We have got a safety briefing. We have got a snack service, we do not get a meal service. And with that, we can now start the boarding process. Right, so looking at our flight plans. Starting off with Adama. Following Adama, we fly to Veda. And then we fly to Alamu. Following Digetz. And then it's Nepot. Oops. Ah boy. Please be please show mercy. Yes it has, thank you. I accidentally pressed the wrong button there. Right, from Niepots, we then fly to Ulm, followed by Enima. And then it's Tosvi. And that is that. So inside the flight plan, that's all set. Let's introduce ourselves to passengers and then speak to ATC. Good evening, gentlemen, and welcome aboard this WizzAir flight 3054 to Bucharest. Flight time today about 1 hour and 10 minutes. We ask you to head to your seats, put your seatbelts on, and in a couple of moments we shall be pushing back and making way to the runway. Any questions about the cabin crew today? I'd also hope you sit back, relax, enjoy your flights with us today. Right, so that's a generic public address. Good evening, gentlemen, and welcome aboard this WizzAir flight 3054 to Bucharest. Flight time today about 1 hour and 10 minutes. We ask you to head to your seats, put your seatbelts on, and in a couple of moments we shall be ready. So what I'm going to do is now tune to tower frequency. We've got to have some clearance now to Bucharest, so we need to tune to frequency 119.4. And then on the standby, we need 134.35.
Oscar November India, taxi to stand. Do you like to taxi to general aviation or to a normal stand? Stand. Oscar November India, Roger, straight ahead, Bravo 85 for exit 12.
Right, so yeah, jet bridge moves away, that's fine. Almost have the passenger boarding process. A few more left to board, but most people now on. Any names, anyone that stands out? Probably not today. Nope, no Jared, no one we recognise. Right, wait for the gap in the ATC, and then we shall... Where's clearance? I think that's us now, isn't it? Cool. Good evening there, Vienna Tower. This is WizzAir 3054 requesting IFR copy to Bucharest.
Mr. 3054, Windhard, good evening. I'm about to close for IFR clearance. Contact radar 134350. Bye-bye.
Okay, that's close. So I'll go to 134.350 for WizzAir 34054. Thank you very much. Right, so tune to Sensor, and then they should give us the clearance instead. Good evening.
Runway VKT is ready for taxis, yes, 813.
Yes, 823, taxi via Alpha to the apron. Have a nice evening, goodbye.
Taxi via Alpha to apron. Thank you, sir. Good night.
Hello there, Sensor. This is WizzAir 3054 requesting IFR copy to Bucharest.
WizzAir 3054, good evening, Wien Radar. You cleared Bucharest via the ASPIT Alpha Sierra Papa India Bravo 2 Charlie departure route, runway 29er. Initial climb 5,000 feet, your squawk 5154, QNH 1010.
So that's initial, squawk, and altimeter, and it was the 2 PAP departure, which let me quickly get on here. So it's runway 29.
Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers can make their way to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row,
Okay, we'll do that.
exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back.
WizzAir 3054 is clear to Bucharest via the 2 PAP departure, runway 29. Initial climb 5,000, squawking 5154, altimeter 1010.
But we ask that once you depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you and welcome aboard.
So set that. Set our squawk to 5154.
WizzAir 3054, departure route is ASPIT 2 Charlie, I send it by text, and otherwise the readback is correct. Startup and pushback approved, reports when ready to taxi.
Okay, so departure ASPIB 2 Charlie for WizzAir 3054. We'll push and start when ready, and we'll contact you for taxi. Thank you very much. Cool, so that's all set up. That's all set. No, so yeah, sorry, it's 5154. Set you to Tara, automatic. Set you to weather and turbulence. We won't turn the weather radar on just yet. I don't think we need it at this exact point in time. Predictive wind shear active. Performance on our set up. So 119, 125, 128 rotates. Transition altitude is 10,000. Flaps will be 1 for takeoff. Flex temp is 72. Right, so FMS is now programmed. That's all fine. RS is aligned, so we'll do a quick check of the flight plan. Make sure everything is set as it should be. Pardon me. Yep, that looks good. That looks good indeed. Right, back to ARC. 1010. Should climb 5,000, about 2,500 per minute. And speed 250 knots below 10,000. Flight director active and active. Oh yes, also turn on the brightness of the backup display. That's now a separate system as well. Like I say, it's fantastic what these guys have done with the A320neo. The camera there for the door.
Gate 37
Lorry
to
cam.
Lima Oscar Whiskey, ready for copy.
Still boarding. Still a few more passengers left aboard, but actually there are still a fair few passengers left aboard. Got a couple minutes left before we start our pushback. Seatbelt sign is active, I believe, so passengers will be seated and belted as soon as they get here.
Oasis 149, good evening, sir. I have no flight plan received from you. Check if you have to send the flight plan again, please.
Anti-ice not yet. After I've pushed back, once the pushback tug is disconnected, then you guys may spam the anti-ice. Right, APU start. Yeah, that's what take on feed. That will change soon. We push back.
8,000 feet, QNH 1009.
So AP starting up. That will take a couple of minutes.
8,000 feet, QNH 1009, Europe 787.
Beta 404, descent flight level 350.
Right.
Beta 404, descent flight level 350.
Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 10 seconds.
Using the latest dev version. Latest dev version here for 2NX today.
Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs
How are you guys doing, chat, today? How are you all doing? Hopefully, looking good.
I do not have a flight plan from you.
Aircraft's not looking too bad. We're moments away from pushback now, so passengers have boarded. Jet bridge has moved away. 9 minutes to expected departure. Runway expected departure is 2 nights on her, so yeah, it's the runway right in front of us again. We taxi to the end, hold short, get a clearance, depart, and pretty much an immediate left-hand turn. Take us en route. Yeah, thank you VFR map for no longer crashing on us. Fly to Greece, fly to Greece, fly to Greece. I can read you the first time silent treatment. I do plan to fly to Greece at some point, but not today.
Beta 404 Wien.
Yes, Greece is somewhere to plans to do. I've had a few requests for Asian Airlines, so at some point perhaps we'll do that. Documents for... Which documents are you referring to, Menashe? Oh, I have done a couple of really long flights. For example, Heathrow to New York I've done. I've done London Heathrow to Dubai. And I do plan to a couple of long hauls as well. Those are generally more towards the weekends where I've got less kind of stuff to do. Right, AP is available. So activate the bleeds. A few seconds. Star power off. Do a quick final check of the systems, make sure I'm happy with everything, and if I am, we'll then request the pushback tug. Yeah, that looks good to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the beacon lights to let ground crews get ready for engine startup. Shift P brings the pushback tug over, and then since we're turning nose to the right, we're going to request turn to the left. Kuala Lumpur to Dubai, that's a fairly hefty route. That's nice one, Justin. How'd the landing go? There you go. So ground crew cleared the area. We're now ready to depart. Should take us no more than 7 minutes on the countdown there to get to the runway. Wait for the gear to put wait for the tug to put pressure on. Switch you to ignition start. There we are. Parking brake released. Engine 1 starts. N2's moving. That's good.
And 0787, continue descent 3,500 feet.
Continue descent 3,500, Europe 787.
Right, so push to the left.
For emergency windows are overleving, šķetras avārijas izējas atrodas visu spārniem, and 2 doors down in the rear. These izējas atrodas pod mašīnas aizmugurējā daļā. In the event of evacuation, leave your luggage and follow the floor path marking, which will guide you to emergency exits. Evakuācijas gadījumā stājiet up.
Perhaps I'm not going too far today, since the blast shield is right in front of us here. Otherwise, that should do. Brake sets. Engine 1 is stable. Engine 2 starts. Yep, anti-ice, thank you very much.
The oxygen masks are located in the panels above your head. Skarbekļa maskas atrodas paneļos virs jūsu krēsla. In case of loss of cabin pressure, the oxygen masks are automatically released.
Right, flaps down 1. Do a quick flight systems check while the second engine stabilising. So, elevators, active, ailerons, active, rudder, active, and spoilers, active. Cool. Back to the engine page, on the spoilers. Ignition comes off in a couple of moments, wait for the second engine to fully light up. Right, let's contact ground tower again, or sensor. Let's get taxi instructions. WizzAir 3054 is ready to taxi to runway.
WizzAir 3054, taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 29, over exit 11 and Mike.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 29 via exit point 11 and taxiway Mike for WizzAir 3054. Right, so, parking brake released, taxi lights. Active. Not quite sure, this seems to be a bit temperamental today, but as long as it doesn't fail on us. Right, APU off, anti-ice on. PMDG products should be available for the console versions. Can't see any reason why the PMDG 7.3 will not be available on the sim. I'm not sure why it says flaps 1 takeoff config. It should be. Performance takeoff. Yeah, flaps 1 should be, well, 1/0 is the input, but it doesn't do that anymore. But flaps 1 for takeoff, which we've set the flaps to now. So I'll keep an eye on the cam there. I mean, parking brake on, parking brake is off right now. So my guess, something's just not quite, there we go, right. Brakes max, cabin check. And so that's the cabin now, sorry, pre-takeoff check has been complete. And all I've got left to do is to fly the aircraft into the air.
Bien radar, Richard 149er, radio check.
There's an A319 there in house colours. So yeah, like I say, that's almost going to be down to IVAO.
Was this one for
You can see the aircraft actually floating in the air slightly. So that's going to be IVAO, that's a model matched aircraft.
Flight plan
Visible within the
10
sim.
to Echo Foxtrot Hotel Kilo, in gate 37 to Vienna, ready for check, ready for copy, excuse me.
787, turn left heading 080.
Turn left heading 080, Europe 787.
Oasis 149, you cleared to Helsinki.
Cabin crew, please be seated for departure.
Departure route, runway 29er. Initial climb 5,000 feet, squawk 5161.
pitot heats, presumably you're looking at probe heats. Yes, you'll be looking at the probes. The pitots are the probes. That aircraft is AI traffic. Well, it's not even AI traffic. It's a real user using IVAO who's currently at that stand. So on IVAO, all pilots you see, all the aircraft see, is a real person somewhere on one of the sims using it. So yes, it is AI, quote unquote, but it's a real person flying. It's like a multiplayer network. Multiplayer, but with realistic ATC.
Initial climb 5,000 feet, that is 149.
Right, so good. Taxiing 20 knots, which is optimal. Plan departure, 55 seconds. So we're pretty much spot on at departure time right there.
I'm ready for pushback, it's R149.
Europe 787, turn left heading 030, cleared ILS 35, report established.
Turn left 030,
Where do we track your flights? I'm
established,
just going to try and do this quickly whilst on the ground.
Europe 787.
Will you even see him on the ground? I'm not too sure.
Push and start.
Let's have a look. Head over to Vienna. Zoom in.
Start approach, it's R149.
Now, too far out, I think. Oh, here we go. That is us. There you go. If you want to track my flight today, there is the tracking link. Yes, it should be. Yes, it is. So if you track me today, you can use that link. And so whereby is like the Flight Radar 24 of IVAO.
Europe 787, wind.
Welcome, George. How are you doing? Yes, I have got the freeware mod for Bucharest. We have got it installed for the sim today.
Good evening, this is Alpine 815. With you, sir?
Alpine 815, hello, wind radar identified. Expect localizer DME east approach, runway 26. Proceed direct Romeo Tango Tango.
Proceeding direct Romeo Tango Tango and expecting localizer 26
Alpha, yes, we are flying on
approach
Alpha
for
today.
Alpine 815, thank you.
And Alpine 815, descend flight level 140.
Descending flight level 140, Alpine 815.
We're hard short Alpha 1.
With 3054, the wind 270 degrees 12 knots, runway 29, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff was 3054, thank you very much. Okay, got a takeoff clearance, so we'll so we've got a takeoff clearance. We'll enter the runway here, and we'll make our way out now. Lights on. As far as I'm aware, everything has now been set.
Vien radar, this is Alpine 815. Are we expecting vectors for localizer?
Okay, so OBS just crashed on me, but I think we are now back, so we'll do this takeoff run. I do apologise for that. 50%, sorry, false 50%, on to stable, up to flex. Yeah, apologies for that, OBS just crashed on me. That never happens. $80 knots. V1, rotate. Positive right, gear up. Start to the left hand turn, get ourselves onto the routes. Throttle back to speed.
WizzAir 3054, you are identified, come flight level 190.
Climb 190 for WizzAir 3054. So, up to 19,000 feet. Over speed. Sorry, flaps up.
Venus, service again, Austin 913 Papa, stand Echo 52, request clearance and start up to Innsbruck.
Austin 913 Papa, schönen guten Abend nochmals, clear Innsbruck, Ott, Sud to Charlie, runway 29, 5,000 feet, squawk 1352, QNH 1010.
As always, a bit temperamental the autopilot aircraft, but once you're going, you do get going.
5,000 feet initially, squawk 1352 and QNH 1010, Austin 913 Papa.
913 Papa, is that correct?
Video kind of blurry. Let's see.
Alpine
1015, 6006.
It shouldn't be. Refresh or check your... right, it should be 1080p hopefully.
Ticket 1015, schönen guten Abend, Vien radar identified, proceed direct air clear.
Let's turn some lighting up as well, since it's a little bit dark in the cockpit right now. So a little bit of lighting so that you guys can see better. I'll get a little more of a view as well. So great lights on, bit of flood lighting active.
0787, welcome to Graz, continue taxi about Delta, stand number 3, have a nice evening, Airbus.
Taxi via Delta, stand K3, Europe 787, thanks for service. Bye, Europe 787.
Alpine 815, descent flight level 110.
Okay, well, that's all over and done with now. It looks like OBS was the only thing to crash on us, everything else is still running smoothly.
815, descent flight level 110.
Can you please repeat last transmission for Alpine 815?
Alpine 815, descent flight level 110.
Descending flight level 110 for Alpine 815.
Oasis 149, taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 29 via taxiway Mike.
During our flight today, Minashe, we should see a lot of sunsets and we should potentially get some nights as well as you land. So yes, do expect a relatively dark approach into Romania. There we go, into the clouds and clear of the world below.
15, reduce speed 250 knots or less.
There's like a little bit of ice is forming, so perhaps the anti-ice is turned on right now. This is like another option I may have missed out on, but well, it's not a massive issue.
Alpine 815, reduce speed 250 knots or less.
Off. Whoops, can't get that last one. There we go. Past 10,000, switch over to standard altimeter. And at this point, I can now sit back, relax, and let the aircraft do all the hard work. 0.65 and down to 2,000 feet per minute climb.
Yes, go ahead for Alpine 8.
Alpine 815, reduce your speed to 50 knots.
See his tracker ahead of us. Red lights, that'll be to the right hand side. Yeah, the icing has gone and taken over. The anti-ice is turned on right now, so that is going to be another issue. This that's annoying. A little bit turbulent, but nothing too dangerous just yet. Otherwise, passengers are 95% satisfied. All looks relatively calm in the cockpit right now.
Austrian 913, Papa, US Airbus 321 on taxiway mic from right to the left inside.
Yeah, the anti-ice is doing nouts today. One day we'll see this adjusted. I don't know, it used to work quite well, the heating systems, but not today. PACX looking right really good, so currently testing out a new version of the software which just gets a little bit better than what we had before, so fingers crossed things should be a little bit smoother with PACX as well today.
WizzAir 3054, Northside ATC ahead, monitor Unicom, goodbye.
Monitor Unicom 122.8 for WizzAir 3054, thank you very much. And with that, we're now done with our ATC, at least for this part of the flight. We may get one over towards Bucharest when we come in towards approach and land, but we'll see if anybody tunes in for us today. There we go, 122.8.
321 Foxtrot, Northside ATC ahead, monitor Unicom, Servus.
There we go. Ah, that's both for the clouds at least, so should get a little bit clearer now. And if all goes to plan, if the weather appears clear as well, we'll switch off the seatbelt signs and allow passengers to move around the cabin. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to the anti-icing. It is active. Yeah, it's de-icing leading edges. That's what matters in an aircraft. As long as the leading edges are thawed off and therefore allows the airflow to go through them, that's what you need to get clear in an aircraft. The rest of it, a thin layer of ice doesn't generally cause you too much harm. You can see the lights of an aeroplane to our right hand side. Also seeing the wing flex of this storm right now. Definitely another flight taking a toll on the aircraft, but should be alright. Right now using the dev version of the A320neo. Right now using the dev version, which seems to be the better one of the two right now. And this is using the auto install. So at some point I do plan to do an updated tutorial on the A320neo, because since the last time I did one, things are certainly better. Certainly much more improved, so I think it's about time I did an updated video. Let's see what you bring down the spoilers again. Still a bit windy, still a bit turbulent, so nothing yet for the seatbelt signs. Leave those on for a little bit longer. As long as the ice won't cause too much of an adverse effect on the aircraft, we should be alright. What do you mean by the dead version, Arthur? Last time I checked, this was working alright. I hope it's not gone and failed on me. Right, also we'll increase the altitude now to flight level 370, which is our cruise, doing that at a rate of 2,000 feet per minute. There we are, out of the clouds, into the clear blue skies above. What I love about flying, down below can all be grey, brainy, horrible, messy, but once you're above the clouds, it's beautiful clear skies. Oh yeah, radar, let's have a look. So, the red over here, it's currently what we're flying through. It does look like a corridor does form ahead of us, and we do get a chance to kind of fly across that corridor, so things should clear up a bit nicer just in that area. Pass through 20,000 now for level 200. How do you turn on the seat belt sign? Seat belt signs you control via the switch above. So I can leave them on for a little bit longer. But as it stands, it's getting less and less turbulence now, so it should be alright. Should be alright switching them off in a couple of moments. There we go. So it's half seat out signs now. Tower PACX does the same. And as soon as we get the call from the ATC, sorry, from the cabin crew,
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign.
let's see,
Now
who's
fasten
rushing
seatbelt
to the
cabin. However, we
toilets.
ask that you use your seatbelt fastening when
We have one person, Phyllis. Right, so now coming up to cruise very shortly. And so it's about an hour and 10 minutes of flight time today, so expect a cruise of about 30-40 minutes. Start as I said, C420 ATC over Romania, over Bucharest, and then hopefully we'll bring it into a rather smooth landing. Nope, no driver on this flight today. It's just me and my normal passengers. This else gonna need Jared. Ah yes, poor Jared, banned from flights forever. Managed to ruin the first class service of the KLM flights. Never left the toilets, stayed in there the entire trip. Right. Do you download the high-res 3D ground detail packs the area flying? I've downloaded an airport add-on. Not sure if I downloaded the 3D ground mesh. To be fair, with this visibility right now, I don't think we're going to be able to see much of it anyway. While the aircraft freezes over, despite the fact that the anti-ice systems were turned on. And therefore, we should not have this much ice at all on the aircraft. Yes, we use Simbri to turn our flights. And so, at the end of the stream on my Discord channel, I'll drop the flight plan in the general chats. So what's happened? Not much to be fair, Tenza. We've set the aircraft up. We've now departed from Vienna. We're currently on our way to Bucharest. About to pass through 30,000 fleet, flight level 300. So, not long now until we reach our cruising altitude. Why do clouds like the phone with the updates? What do you mean? Some of these look good. In fact, let me see what happens if I turn them up to ultra. Do we lose just how many frames? Clouds. Where are they? There we are. So if we went out to ultra, do we lose any frames? Do they look any better? Yeah, they kind of look better. frame rates. We've taken a small hit, so it's not terrible, I guess. What subjects need to become a commercial pilot? There's no real set subjects need to be commercial pilots, but maths, physics are the two. Maths, physics, and potentially travel and tourism, the main three that generally are seen as good to have. Well, maths especially. Oh, and English. Given that English is the international language of aviation, English is also very important to have. I'm using the FS 2020 default weather, and from what I've seen so far, the default weather looks much better than that of Rex Weather Force. Yes, and some unis do offer aviation courses, but you'd be going to like a place like Embry-Riddle for that one. Not too bad one, how are you doing? Welcome to the chat. I'm using the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. She's not working on your side, I'm afraid. It sounds like you're having an internet issue there, Minache. Because for the most part, you guys seem to be doing alright. Right, welcome to cruise. No, sorry. Aircraft decides to level off there slightly, but not yet at cruise. We'll go down to 1,000 feet per minute, since this the aircraft should tell me it's trying to run out of speed now. Leave you yeah, Mach point 1. Thank you for the change there, and thank you Turbulence as well for giving an extra boost there. Right, set you again. How hard is this? Not too difficult. Not too difficult at all. Am I pilots? No, I'm not. There they are, 2 pilots on board today. On board in the ice frozen cockpits. I love the ice textures, just a shame that I don't want them there. Do you hear about the new A321 next? No, I haven't. What's that all about? Oh, you're talking about real life A320? Yes, sorry, I was talking about like, an A321NX. No, I have had the long range A321. It's going to, well, Airbus wants it completely diminished out of the 757, therefore make it a foolproof replacement. And so, yes, extra range. I believe it's done by removing some of the cargo space and then using that to expand the fuel tanks, as well as a few other weight loss extras as well. Well, Myros, how you doing? Welcome to the chats. Fly the friendly skies. That's the tagline of United Airlines, isn't it? Fly the friendly skies. Yeah, that's United Airlines. It's like British Airways. British Airways were... what were they? To Fly to Serve, that's it. That was their 2012 campaign. Yes, To Fly to Serve. Ryanair, their low fares are made simple. And then EasyJet, they have quite a few of them. Officially, it's the web's favourite airline, but there's a parody to Fly to Serve British Airways, To Fly to Save, which I do find quite funny. That's it, 1965 United Airlines. Do something about your speed. I mean, once we're at cruise, once the aircraft levels off, the speed will increase anyway, so there's nothing for me to do apart from sit back and let the aircraft do all the work, really. Would it be possible to link Flight Radar 24 to Flight 20? No, it wouldn't be, because Flight Radar 24 controls, well, tracks real aircrafts. Flight Radar for real aircrafts, Sim, you don't need it. For Sim, you can use this link. And so there is the IVAO WebEye link, and you can use that to track my flights today. So IVAO WebEye is kind of like the flight tracker of IVAO. Ah, welcome Delta, how you doing? Welcome to the chats. Tomorrow morning, going to stream some Isle of Wight's gameplay. And so after having kind enough to let me stream in the morning, ready for an evening PC release. From midnight it comes out on console, but I get to stream it a little early on the PCs. Should be good. Should be really good. Flight time at 1 hour and 10 minutes. Isn't it supposed to be pitch at 5 degrees? It's not unknown for that to be the case. No aircraft truly flies level, to say anything. A slight nose pitch up, yeah, that's more than standard for these kind of aircrafts. The bar at the top of the screen, that is FlyLive Studio. FlyLive Studio is the tool that I use to get the information on top of the screen. Yeah, completely covered in ice. And the anti-ice is turned on right now. So, no idea why the aircraft decides it wants to freeze over anyway. How it's still flying as well, who knows. Free at Bucharest is available on flightsim.2. If you search for the ICAO code Lima Romeo Oscar Papa, you'll be able to find it with relative ease. I've just answered that question, Major. There's no need to spam the same question over and over again. If you paid attention, I gave you a full answer about Flight Radar 24 and Microsoft Flight Sim, as well as a link on how to track my flight within a sim tool that's pretty much the same thing. There you go, so now at Mach 0.82, 37,000 feet. Cabin crew are serving their snacks and drinks, so they're currently 28% of the way through the cabin. And so, yeah, if you jump into the map there, you can see the cabin crew serving the passengers, going row by row. There's a relatively mixed feeling in the cabin. Thank you Jelly Farms for the $2. Yes, 965 United Airlines, fly to friendly skies. Thank you very much. So 3 degrees more common. We're about 3 now, so should be alright. As long as we're not stalling out the sky, that's important. On PACX, you can't talk to the cabin. How do you fix it? So make sure you've got the English US language pack installed. Not active, but installed. I had the same issue as well. And speaking to the TFDi design support team, the issue comes down to having the having the language pack missing, and so have the English United States language pack installed. You should be alright to use your voice. Gosh, that was a mouth word sandwich. Yeah, thank you, Jenny. I'm glad you're on the watch. Still using the 1660. I'm still about 540 in the queue of getting a graphics card, so still a little bit away from getting a 3080. The 1660 stands for now. Thank you, Sean. Glad you find the tutorials helpful. And yes, I do plan to do a tutorial on the new A320neo, hopefully within the next week or two. It may come down to timing, really. Do I have time to do it? Do I have time to kind of slot into my schedule? We shall see. Welcome, Ricardio. How you doing? My channel's on chats. I'm not doing too bad myself. So far, so good. Link to that, it's built into Windows, so if you go to language settings and scroll down to add language, make sure you have English United States installed. So add language, search English, and scroll down to find United States. Click on that, install it, and you're done. How long did it take me to download Microsoft Flights in 2020? It took me about 5 hours. 4.5, 5 hours. Yes, the bottom green and black UI is a mod. That's TFDi designed PACX. This is what the main menu looks like, and basically it's a passenger and crew experience add-on. It shows you passengers on board the aircraft and lets you interact with all of them throughout the flights. So there's the cabin. You can see where the empty seats, you see where the passengers are seated. Our cabin crew tours are already playing now, almost done with the serving and snacks and drinks. And yeah, so it's a good enough add-on. I do like it. Welcome, Melbourne. Yes, at some point I plan to do another Australia flight as well. That is on my list of things to do. Microsoft Flight Simulator costs $60 standards, $90 premium, and $120 premium deluxe. So right now I'm using the premium deluxe version of the sim. And then PACX, that costs you $30. Boston to New York is on one of my plans for a Sunday night, so I was thinking of doing it last Sunday. Instead, tried to do New York to... Sorry, last week I did another flight inside. That was, sorry. I was going to do it 2 weeks ago. Instead, I decided to go to Washington instead. And then I did Charlotte to Orlando, and so at some point I do plan to do a Boston New York flight. 68% rating, ouch. Sounds like I had a bit of an interesting flight there, Richard. Yes, if you have Game Pass, Standard Edition is free. I have flown in flights into Africa. I've flown a couple of times in South Africa, actually. In real life, no, I haven't. How are we doing? So we're about a third of the way there now. Still at cruise, still plenty going on, aircraft's in good shape. $787 flights from Amsterdam to Atlanta. Could do at some point, definitely. I know that on Friday I plan to do a flight from Manila to Hong Kong. So again, that should be a interesting flight as well. Welling flights. Do Welling have A320s? Yeah, I think they do, don't they? At some point we can do, yes. My GPU has... was it 6 gigs of VRAM, I think? Yeah, 6 gigs of VRAM. Oh, very nice jelly. Nope, no self-isolation was required. Between Germany and the UK, unless you're coming in from the Northern Islands, West Yorkshire or Birmingham, there is no quarantine required on either side. So, went on Saturday, went to Germany, did all that, and by Sunday I was free to visit my volunteer railway. Ah, okay, in that case, yeah, I'll have a look at some wedding flights. I am not a pilot in real life, and nope, I am not going to flight school. Build your own PC aviation, never pre-build, or never buy pre-builds. Building your own PC makes it so much cheaper. You buy the parts, you're not paying for labour, and you're not paying for value added on top. You're paying just for the parts, nothing more, nothing less. The orbit jetways, from what I can gather, does work. I mean, Vienna is from Gaia Simulations, not directly from Orbex, although sold on the Orbex platform. The jet bridges on Gaia Simulations add-ons do work, so yes, jet bridges do seem to work. I'm running a 1080p monitor, although I do plan to upgrade to a 4K monitor, or even a 1440, probably more 1440s than 4K. But I've got plans to upgrade at some points in a little while. Berlin was great. It was a day trip, so left Saturday early morning, returned Saturday late evening. So first flight out, last flight back. And yeah, Berlin was great. Had a good time out there. Went and did a lot of things, saw a lot of things as well. And then returned back home ready for the railway on Sunday. Gonna explore the whole of Romania. Not today, not today. Welcome, Jonah, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. My Sims resolution at 1080p. Everything's running in 1080p today. Liveries Mega Pack, you can get it off of the website, or you can get it from the Liveries Mega Pack Discord page. So this one more ATC. Probably get away to turn the audio sounds back up again. I don't work as a guard on railways, I'm a volunteer. My main job that I get paid for is marketing and social media, as well as database backend sports. Yes, they still have a plane parked around about Heathrow. It's currently an Emirates A380. It used to be a Concorde, but they replaced that a couple of years ago. Yes, you do get to buy on the Premium Deluxe Edition Microsoft Flight Simulator. Airbus cannot calculate top percents? No, not yet. Right now we're running a settings mix of high and ultra. High and ultra. Yes, I have the Premium Deluxe Edition Microsoft Flight Simulator. A little bit of turbulence there again. The aircraft can't handle. My GPU is an NVIDIA GTX 1660. As the Concorde, it got removed. It got removed back in like 2012 in place for an A380. Yes, we all know about the West Road flights. Mod is IVAO. IVAO is what you're listening to. It's not real ATC, it's in-sim ATC, so it's a multiplayer network where you contact ATC, they talk to you, they talk to other traffic. It's an online multiplayer network that also works around other players as well, so well worth a look. It's basically realistic ATC within the sim, and the multiplayer is cross-compatible with Microsoft Flight Sim, X-Plane 11, X-Plane 10, P3D, FSX, and even FS 2004. So for any of those simulators, you're free to use IVAO for free. And then this is what the main window looks like. So right now I want to choose my Unicom. We might... no. That's Budapest approach. So Budapest is online, but Bucharest, where we're landing, is currently not. Recommendation of GPU around 250. Well, at that price, perhaps the 1660. Maybe you get a 1660 Ti with that, but look at the 1660s. They're a decent graphics card. They get you around most places. They're relatively modern. Well, look. Thank you, Misha, for the 2 Swiss francs. Thank you. Yes, sorry, CHF for Swiss francs. Yes. Still know me, of course. How you doing? Watch out to chats. Why don't I fly on VATSIM? I think I've explained that story enough times now for you guys to know why I don't fly on VATSIM. Oh, Miami. Interesting. I'll keep that in the back of my mind there, Daniel. I know America's not generally too great for ATC control, so yeah, it's on over there. Would totally be grand. Sun's slowly starting to set. See a bit more of an orange haze over everything now. FPS on Xbox, no idea. Not on Xbox yet. Presumably should run well. There's no way to release a laggy, stuttery game on console by any means. If you like the captain so much, I would love to see you guys make sure it's all together. Are you talking to your friend's Captain Canada there, are you? Sorry, Dan. To be fair, I wouldn't mind doing a few collaborations here and there. See how the future goes in the future. Longest flight I've been on in real life, 4 hours, London, Luton to Athens. Second longest flights, Milan, Linate to La Peneronta, that was 3.5 hours. I should have gone to New York back in May, but that trip got cancelled. And it's annoying because that was a 747 flight as well, so I should have flown 747, I should have gone to America, but both of those were then cancelled on me. No, I've never been on an A340. The biggest aircraft I've been on is an A320. Second biggest, a 737, so again, an idea of how little I've reached, well, how little I've travelled regarding distance in real life. Should have gone to America, should have flown a 747, but both of those scrapped and into the bin. My next flight, in sim or in real life? In real life, I'm still looking at Poland in November to go see my grandparents over there, but yeah, if there's no air corridor, if there is a 2-week quarantine, then that's not going to happen. And after that, I've got no other plans. In the sim, I'm going to do Manila to Hong Kong. Nope, no bugs in the A320 Matthew. Everything's working a-okay. Thumbs up. No need to spam tens up. That's what the first time. Not max settings. I'm doing a mix of high and ultra. A mix of both. Settings. I've got a video on my graphic settings. Well worth looking at that. That's the third time I've seen you, well, fourth time actually I've seen you set up tens now, so unfortunately, that's a mute. Spam. It's your fifth time posting that now. Copy and paste, I can see that too. So I can now confirm I will never fly to Tenerife to Sydney. There you go, done. I do prefer my Boeing aircraft, Boeing over Airbus any day, but I'll fly either. I'll fly the A320 line in Microsoft Flight Sim because it is the only short-haul commercial jetliner. As soon as the PND GTX comes out, I'll almost certainly be very much flying that exclusively for about 6 months at least, until something cool comes out. There's a few mods on the way I'm quite excited for. And you've got a 732 coming from Liveries, a 734 coming from an unknown developer, PNG 738, you've got the CRJ from Aerosoft, you have TFDi Designs MD11 on the way. Very excited for that one. You've also got a lot of commercials on the way. There's a few other commercial aircraft on the way. Not I can think off the top of my head. What did I have for dinner today? I had an Asda ready meal carbonara. Yes, A320neo is working on the patch 1.9.5. Downloads the dev version, not the master version or the live version, but the dev version. Game Freak, I've also answered your question already. Again, no need to spam either, you'll get muted as well. Oh yeah, sounds like without Richard, it's more down to how we fly, because it's 250 miles as the crow flies, but if you're not flying direct, because we just made a right hand turn now, so now flying direct towards the airport, actually count down. Earlier on, we're flying more like parallel to it, and so it kind of gets further and further away, so it's more as the crow flies rather than how the routing goes. Gosh. A lot of spam today. It's very annoying. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Format error of the 0 fuel weights and center of gravity. Have you put the slash between two sections? So if I head over to the actually we'll get it. Basically, for example, 50.1 stroke center of gravity 21.3 used today. Make sure it's within the limits, and also you've separated the bits of information with a slash. Ah, I was going to be second there thinking, what's that? Nope, that is the nose speed alarm. Down to point A. Yes, Nixter, how are you doing? Welcome to Chats. Welcome back. turning on slow chat will do that. Thing with slow chat, why would I punish all of you for 1 or 2 people mucking about? I'd much rather have a two-way conversation where you guys can respond within like 10 seconds one another than like a 30-second pause between each message and just slow things down. Much prefer having a two-way chat and just mute those that spam. Ah, thank you Marcus for the €5 there. Giving it 10 flights. Also, we need someone to show you around next to Germany here. Ah, cheers man, much appreciated. I'll keep that in mind. Whenever I do travel in real life, I do generally announce it on my Discord channel or within the Sim Premiere, so... yeah. If you ever spot me in Germany, give me a shout, we'll do something. Would you say PACX are worth more than $720 more? Yes. With PACX you get a premium product with better supports and much more constant updates. I'm a massive fan of what TFDi Design do. They're a fantastic developer and I've supported them for years, everything from smart cards to what's that, 717 as well. So as soon as their MD11 comes out, I'll be using that, and even the PACX. This is TFDi Design. They're a great developer. They're a software developer at heart. They do a few aircrafts here and there, but they are a software developer at heart. Oh, and the best aircraft they've ever released has to be the Bucharest X. The Bucharest X is by far the most amazing add-on ever released by TFDi Design. The systems were spot on to the real aircraft. It was truly fantastic. In fact, I did a review on it. Thank you. Whoops, I missed that one. Thank you, Devin, there for the £5. Terrible new. Thank you. Ah, cheers, man. Much appreciated. I'm glad you've I'm glad you've learned how to fly the 320. Sure have helped a lot of people, and that's what I'm glad people have learned. I'm glad people have learned, because at the end of the day, I'm all for sharing experience and teaching you guys how to do everything systems-wise. I mean, I'm not perfect at Microsoft Flight Sim, even I make mistakes here and there as well, but at the end of the day, as long as I can teach you the basics and basically get yourself in the air and flying, well, as long as you're enjoying the sim has better features ahead. Here you go. This here is a link to the Bucharest X review. It's by far the most fantastic thing ever released from TFDi Design. The systems were fantastic, spot on, the modelling is amazing, like, seriously. It's available for FX and P3D, but it's by far the most in-depth add-on you shall ever see. Descending, not yet, but we will program our approach. Any idea if they fixed the car map crash glitch? Which car map you're referring to, Ender? Right, so arriving via the runway 08 right today on the TOS V1 Echo approach. There we go. No vires, insert that. Performance. Next phase. Next phase. And let's get to the meta information for arrival. So, okay. Variable, okay, 1 knot variable winds I can deal with. Cav okay, 1109. Okay, so actually, visibility's perfect. 1 knot wind. Okay, no, tell you what, that is actually really good. Right, so, KH1017. Temperature is 11 degrees centigrade. Magnitude of wind is 080, that's 1. Transition latitude will be at 12,000. Decision height is 740. .147 with the approach speed. That's all set. You also use PACX, but you don't understand the public address, so you can explain it. So, hang on, we've got interacts passenger crew, and so basically, this is how you update passengers with like flight updates and all that kind of stuff as well. So, for example, I can do a public address for seatbelt signs. So, for example, seatbelt signs on. Just now play a crew announcements in a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign is now turned on, so it's time to return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
And so that there was a public address, and therefore passenger informed, then now to the seatbelts on. I can request them off again. In fact, I'm going to leave them on because the turbulence right now is really picking up. Let's leave it. But yeah, we do a public address, update passengers with stage of flight. So if you're coming in early, for example. Sorry, I went to actually press the microphone button there. So for example, if we're coming in early, I can then tell passengers that we are coming in, say, where are we? Ahead of schedule by 20 minutes, I can say that. Or, I can speak to the passenger myself, so, hello ladies and gentlemen, an update from the flight deck. We are not too far from our descent now, and therefore we should be arriving in about 15 or so minutes. Start descent now, so in a couple of minutes we'll ask you to return to your seats, put your seatbelts back on, watch we have them already because of turbulence. Hopefully, we'll be landing in just a couple of moments. So, public address, I've now recorded that myself. And then for passengers, we'll now hear the message I recorded, and we'll respond based on that. Now, let me do my speed properly since I've gone under. No idea what I'm doing right now. Alright, Mach 0.70, send at 2,000 feet per minute. Approach has been set up down to. It won't be 5,000, it shall be 2,500 for the intercepts. Yes, I do plan to do another A320 tutorial. One of those will certainly be on the way. Doing too bad myself, Cherry 8, how are you doing? Welcome back. Long time no see. How do you connect to Xbox controllers to PC Sim? Just by plugging in a controller. There's no special requirements. Plug it in, it should work. And yes, I'm using one for the drone cam, correct. It's not livery, it's ice. The aircraft's frozen over. As we descend, as we get lower, it should start to thaw off again. And therefore the ice will melt, and the aircraft will be much more clearer when you approach. Back into the clouds again. Should get quite bumpy again, I guess. Ooh, a bit of thunder too. Always a nice sight. Oh, right, once you send the public address. Ah, right, I get you now. So, public address. Basically, if you've already recorded the sound file, then it will just play the same message again. So, as a general. Unless they've changed it. Basically, it's a generic address thing that never really works. It's just there. It used to replay the last audio file that was saved in your system, but so they've turned that off. I might speak to the yeah, I'll speak to the guys tonight about public address if it actually does anything. You're alright. It's a bit ominous. It just sits there and does nothing. It just stares at you. Stares at you until it does something. Right, red navigation. So, okay, quick guys, you in chat. What's the frequency for the runway 08 right approach? The course is set up, but the frequency has not, and therefore ILS will not work. And while you guys also give the answer, let me also have a look at the charts as well. See if I can try and find that as well. Strange, the frequencies normally appear on there, but on the odd occasion it will just not. Let's have a look. A little bit of thunder as well. One 0.3. Cool. Cheers to that. I think I should Sky Vector will tell you, won't it? Truth be told, I've never actually checked properly. I'll do it later, I'll have a look. But cheers to that. Always appreciated. 110.3. See, this is why I like streaming as well. I can either search charts myself or be lazy and get you guys to do it instead. Yeah, 103 frequency sets. That should be sets. Is it 514 zoom height? Cheers for that, Brian. Oh. So that's left for me to do is now bring it down into a land. Sky Vector is a tool used, basically it's real world flight maps within the sim. And so Bucharest is going to be ROP. Should never ever use the keyboard when in the cockpit there. Something went light. I pressed L because then all the lights turned on or off in this case. Beacons on, stroke automatic. Right, okay. Whew. Come on, Drawyah. Basic stuff there, you should know better. And it should be automatic, yes it is. How calculating center of gravity, zero fuel weights, etc. Now, I've always used the A320 calculator. There you go, that's what I use to calculate my center of gravity and all that. What are we doing for altitude? I think we're a little bit on the high side right now. 2 miles to go. Yeah, so I'm going to do a quick holding loop. So it's turn the aircraft to go around 150, so it'll be like... Let's head to the north first. 60. Okay, doing that way around. Yeah, so a little bit on the high side right now, so we'll do a quick loop of the airspace, because holding loops I don't think work yet. Toss the hold, insert. It does! Ah! I love it when you discover a new feature that doesn't work before. If that works, I'm going to be super happy. If it doesn't, then we're going to be flying around the course we shouldn't be doing, but yeah, I'm loving this. Is this an A320neo edition? It must be. Because it didn't work before. That is definitely new. Yeah, sorry about my reaction there. That was just the realization that something actually works. Or at least, will it work? We've gone past the heading there. No, it's not going to work, I'm afraid. Not going to work. Okay, we're going to direct to deck suds then. direct to deck sud, and then we'll do that holding loop plan. So go on then, right hand turn, we'll head to 180, lose a bit of altitude, and then continue on with our descents. Face cam I use generally. I'm not using Microsoft Flight Sim because CPU issue here and there. So train sim I'll generally turn it on. Flight sim not so much. But face review I've already got one. I've already got plenty. Mix up the spam. What is it? Sorry, Tenza. Mix that 3 times do you? So much spam saying this chat, I'm going to have to do something about it. Right, 270. That's passed through 18,000. In fact, if you go to my Instagram page as well, my Instagram's full of my face. It's in the description. Yes, runway 08 right, we've got our aircraft programs too. 08 right via the TOSLI 1 Echo approach. Doing a quick holding loop just to lose some altitude. Type in 8 right. It's already done that. Power up 08 right. Alright, back around again. Sounds random. Almost like explosions outside. It's back of someone's car, that. See, now Kingsbar, I'm not sure what you're going on about as well. I have got infinite flights. I do use it from time to time. Infinite flight for me is that sim I'll use whenever I'm travelling, and therefore just need to use a basic sim, basically. Ah, thank you, Jokey, for the subscription on Twitch. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for the support. Accelerator to 1,000 per minute. Continue heading around back to 020. And then goes back into the flight plan. About 40 miles now from Bucharest. About 40 miles to landing. Have I tried the weather brightness knob? I don't think I have, actually. That's the gain. No. Doesn't work, I'm afraid. Unless there's another switch somewhere that I'm perhaps missing. What liveries are there for the A320? A lot. A lot. So you can get the Liveries Mega Pack, which includes all the textures for it. I think the A320 is by far the most loved for... Right, we're back. We're back. The internet's gone and died on me, so... Yeah, unfortunately I've gone and lost the call sign apparently as well, because something's gone wrong. Okay, so I've lost IVAO right now, so we're going to fly in on our own. That's passed through 10,000, so steady aircraft down to about 240 knots. Should be alright at least now. There goes Tenza. Shame, I hate banning people, but if I've got to do it, I've got to do it. Stream's active now. My chat window's dead, so I can't see what you guys are saying right now. IVAO's gone and died on me, right. Yeah, chat's gone and died on me, so I'm going to have to hide that. Apologies for that. It's annoying when the internet goes and dies on you. But as long as we're working right now, that's the main thing. As long as it's still streaming, I still see your messages. What's edition? Using the Premium Deluxe. If you're having blurriness issues, restart the stream as YouTube, or check your settings right, because whenever the stream cuts, you'll automatically jump down to 240p, and so you can reset it back to 1080 again. It should work. How do you enable the weather data on nav? You can activate it here. Using the weather panel on the right, on the left, right. Unfortunately, the internet's going to cause a bit of a problem now in terms of visibility. The stream's going to be a bit of a stuttery mess the rest of the way. Right, well, I'd better focus on landing now, so 30 miles to go. We'll increase our descent rates. We'll start slowing down now, ready to activate the first few stage of flaps.